Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Ed Zollers, and I'm host of the weekly Current Federal Tax Developments Update audio and video podcast that's brought to you by the New Jersey Society of CPAs and Nichols Patrick CPE. And I want to talk to you, though, about something else I'll be doing. I'll be coming to Roseland to do a presentation on a course that I really do like to do because it's much more interesting. That's going to be, for me, the course on the Advanced Tax Update for Experienced Practitioners held on July the 21st. Now, this course, as you may expect, it tells you it's an advanced tax update for experienced practitioners. The good news is what we're going to talk about here, it's not as if things are different. You know, things change differently for advanced practitioners and for those who aren't advanced. We all have to deal with the same tax law. But the items that are really of interest to you are going to be very different than those that are of interest to somebody that doesn't have a lot of experience. So in this course, we're going to take a look at a few things, and that's what makes this one a little different. And for me, a little more interesting because I've been around for a while. I've been in practice for over 30 years, so I've done a few things. This update's designed for CPAs who want to deal with more complex issues and doesn't want to have an update that wastes a lot of time with things that you're just perfectly capable of handling on your own. Like, for instance, finding out what the personal exemption will be for the following year, or worrying about other little issues like that just simply fine, or the thousandth discussion you've sat through in an update course over what qualifies as alimony. The idea being that, we have different things we're of interest of. If you're in an advanced area, you've got that part under control. We're most interested, and we want to deal with those things that are the more complex things you have to deal with. So this course will have an additional emphasis on estate and trust issues. We'll also talk quite a bit about partnership taxation and issues that relate to tax practice, items that often get the short shrift in a general purpose tax update. In this course, we're going to take our time to cover those in much more detail because the people who are coming here, you guys, are much more up to speed on wanting to deal with those issues rather than wasting your time on issues that, as I said, you're perfectly capable of finding out that stuff on your own. So on specific topics we'll talk about, these are things we have discussed on the tax update course. We're going to talk about the consistent basis rules for taxable estates and their heirs, the new Form 8971. We will have just gone through the process of filing the first ones. We want to discuss, though, how that rule's worked, what that rule is going to impact, how that rule will impact 1040s and 1041s we found in the future, where we have to have consistent basis reporting structures. We'll talk about the problems with updating, which we will just be getting into at that point in time, because having filed our first A971s, we now have to worry about the requirements to update them. We'll also talk about the new partnership audit system that Congress gave us last year. It's going to be effective for tax years beginning on or after January 1st, 2018. We'll discuss specifically why these rules are going to require us to get all partnership agreements and LLC operating agreements rewritten because the old ones simply don't function under these new rules. And we'll discuss the problems that we're likely going to face because a lot of holes remain in these rules. We'll talk about the IRS's attacks on charitable contribution deductions for estates and trusts. For the first time in many years, we've seen a number of IRS cases related to the deduction for charitable contributions for estates and trusts under Section 642C. We'll discuss both the IRS wins and losses here, but more importantly, discuss the fact they appear to be looking closely at this area. And finally, we'll take a look at Congress's focus last year on compliance issues and how that's going to impact your practice going forward and the things you want to get in front of to try to make this work for you. So if you think this could be of interest to you, if you're the type of person who needs this type of more advanced view of what's gone on the past year, I invite you to come with us and be with us at the course in Roseland on the 21st of July. The course will be available. If you want to go sign up, you can sign up for the course and register right now at the New Jersey Society of CPA's website. That is at www.njcpa.org for this live session on July the 21st. It will be held at the Education Center in Roseland. If you get on the website, the event code is E1607021. And I look forward to seeing as many of you as we can, as many of you as are possible, in Roseland as we talk about the advanced tax matters that have happened over the past year.